Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. So like what my title said, this is not clickbait, it's true. I tested positive for COVID a few weeks ago. I want to share my experience because maybe it can help you out. Here in the US, the COVID cases are surging, and I think when I got tested, I'm one of the 180,000 people that tested positive for COVID that day. Um, yeah, so first, how did I get it? So I only work 4 days. I work at home for 3 days and go to the office for 1 day. But our schedule changed, and since I am a disaster service worker, I had to go work for 5 days, exposed to a lot of people. So I followed protocol. I had a mask. We have temperature checks. We practice social distancing and hand washing. But of course, I admit that I do touch my eye sometimes because I wear contacts and it's itchy. So it's not 100% sure, but that's what I'm thinking. That's how I got it, is I touch my face and my eye. Since I was exposed to a lot of people, I wanted to get tested first before going to the office, just in case. And yeah, I tested before and it was negative. I was not really scared at first. I didn't really have any fevers or coughs, so I was like, it's just routine for me to check. And we're very lucky here in LA because you can test for free. Actually, I don't like getting tested because I don't like that swab. I feel like it pokes my brain. But then it's better that than not knowing, right? When I got the positive test, of course, I was shocked. I was in denial. So I told my husband, and the first thing we did was we contacted everyone that I was in contact with. After I called all the people, it's like maybe 7 people that I had in contact with, and made sure that they test the next day. And then my doctor actually reported me to the Department of Public Health. And the next day they called me and they asked me questions. So if you're shy to tell people that you had COVID, you can tell the contact tracer everyone that you've been in contact with, and they will contact them, and then they will just tell them, oh, you had contact with someone that tested positive for COVID, and they will tell them what to do. They will not tell them who you are. So yeah, you can do that. But for me, I wanted to let them know as soon as possible so they can be careful. What's good about that is because I guess a lot of people doesn't want to talk to the contact tracers, so they have a reward for you if you stay on the phone and answer their questions truthfully. I think it took 30 minutes for me. Yeah, they gave you $20 gift card. Yeah, so they also told me what the guidelines, the CDC guidelines, like how long I would have to quarantine, like all the information that I need to read about. And after that, my doctor called me and told me that I have to go to the hospital and just check my vital signs. They also recommended, even with mild symptoms, they also recommended medicine for me. It's not. It's basically just anti-inflammation, but I have to take it for 2 weeks. So they said it might help. It might help me so that my symptoms don't get worse. But of course it's not 100%. So for me, I don't really have problems with medication, so I took it. So the next thing that we did after I called my doctor and talked to the contact tracer, of course, they advised us that my husband should test. And I don't know how this happened, but my husband tested negative. So we had to sleep in different bedrooms until my doctor tells me that we don't have to isolate anymore. So that's what we did. And then when he called his work, so they said that after my quarantine, for example, my quarantine ended the 24th, then he had to quarantine another 14 days after that. So I'm already working. I'm the one who tested positive, and I'm already working. I'm working at home. My husband still on leave. And yeah, because they told us that he might still develop it within the 14 days, so he can't pass it back to me anymore. So we started sleeping in the same room again. But yeah, there's still a chance that he might have it. But so far, he looks healthy, and he doesn't go out. So I'm the one who like do the grocery, and whenever he wants something, he tells me to do it. So yeah. So at first, I thought I was asymptomatic, but then when they read all the symptoms, they asked me like, oh, do you have fever, do you have cough? I didn't really have a lot. I didn't lose my sense of smell or taste. The symptoms that I had was, I think I had diarrhea that week. I also had fatigue and muscle aches and headache. But because at that time the weather changed, so those are the things that happen to me when the weather changes. But I think the only thing that's out of the ordinary is like the fatigue, because you're really super tired. Like in that weekend, it's so hard for me to get out of bed. And I remember asking my husband, why am I so tired? Like I can't even open my eyes. And the only reason why I had to get up in the morning is because I hear my puppy crying. So even though I have muscle aches and everything, I had to go and take care of him. Oh, I realized, yeah, I guess I had symptoms. But the thing is, with the symptoms, it's not the whole day. So usually it starts late afternoon. One thing that's hard with COVID is that you are really tired, but then you don't want to sleep because you're scared that you're not gonna wake up the next day. You just stop breathing, you know. So that's why I was reading. I bought like a pulse oximeter. So what it does is it looks at your oxygen level, and my doctor said if it goes down to 92%, then I have to go to urgent care. So let's see. So you just put it in your finger. You can buy this in Amazon. Yeah, so right now I have 97%. Yeah, 97%. So it means that my breathing is normal. So another thing that is hard, even though I only had mild symptoms, is the anxiety, because I was so scared that I gave it to someone else, and then that person might not be as lucky as I am. And I don't know if whoever that person is, do they have health insurance? Um, are they in the ICU right now? So I don't know, because I could have given it to a person and they could have given it to another person. So yeah, so I had to stop thinking about that, or else I'm not gonna be able to rest, and I'm not gonna be better. So I have to stop thinking about that. I drank a lot of calming teas so that it will calm my nerves. And one thing that I always forget makes sense because it's brain fog. So they call it the COVID fog, and it's real because I was having trouble until now. I'm still having trouble remembering words. So sometimes I want to say something, even in Tagalog or in English, and I always like forget. So I always have like, you know, that tip of the tongue moments, like, "Oh, how do you say this? I forgot the word." Like simple words and I forget. Another thing that I found out that I didn't know before is that after the 10 days, you don't have to get tested anymore. They said that should not be infectious, so the guidelines is there as long as you check all the boxes, and the doctor tells you you're good. You don't have to get tested because they told me that the virus might still be in my body even though it's not active anymore. So even if I get tested over and over again, I will still test positive. And the problem with that is if I test positive, then there might be a chance that they will have to quarantine me again. So I don't want to quarantine indefinitely. So I also consulted with our human resources, and they told me that they follow the same guidelines that my doctor follows, that the CDC follows. So yeah, if they tell me that I'm good to work, then I'm good to work. So yeah, so I'm praying that hopefully I get back to my 100% soon. So now I just continue eating healthier and exercising as much as I can without overexerting myself. So it's like little by little. I asked my doctor if I can jump rope. And she said, yeah, jump rope is really good, but just make sure to monitor my breathing. So there is a chance that we might be immune for a few months, but I'm not taking that chance. I'm still gonna wear a mask. I'm still gonna follow the guidelines. I'm not gonna go all over without a mask thinking that I am immune. I was really thinking of how lucky I am because I had good health insurance. I hope everyone in the world has that kind of security. Yeah, it's already hard to know that you're sick. I feel bad for people who lost their jobs and also lost their health insurance because their health insurance are connected with their jobs. Healthcare is a right. This made me realize that we always have to be ready for anything. I hope everything will get better. Again, thank you for all the nurses, doctors, the contact tracers, everything that they do. But we also have to do our part. So even though I'm embarrassed, I still like made sure that everyone knew that they were in contact with someone who tested positive for COVID, so they will make the right decisions. So hopefully everyone will stay safe. So this Thanksgiving, me and my husband celebrated by ourselves, and we believe that our sacrifices this year will not be in vain. Like, it's better to have Thanksgiving, just the two of us, than to risk anyone like getting it. What we're thinking is next year is gonna be one of the best Thanksgiving ever. I'm really optimistic that 2021 will be way, way better than 2020. Again, if you have any questions, please put it in the comment below, and I will answer every question you have. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not gonna give you medical advice. So yeah, hopefully you like this video and subscribe to my channel. There's gonna be a lot more videos to come throughout the weeks. And see you on the next one. Bye.